First United Methodist Church in the city of Lexington has a rich and storied history. We've been around for over 225 years and have been a part of the fabric of this community in serving in a variety of ways. We've been instrumental in church planting, and almost every local Methodist church that now exists has had some sort of help from First United Methodist Church, and is something that we are incredibly thankful for. We've also had a history of leadership. 5 ministers from First United Methodist Church have gone on to be elected bishop in the United Methodist Church, including the first woman who's been elected bishop from the Kentucky Annual Conference, Debbie Wallace Pageant. We are excited about what's taken place in the past because we think it's a sign of God's faithfulness and a story that we continually tell. But we're also excited about what's happening in the present. And about 10 years ago, we started out on a new venture, and we believe that God has led us into this idea of multi-site. And that is, we are now crossing streets and not just simply waiting for folks to come to us. And so we crossed the street out at Southland, on Southland Drive and Regency Road, and planted a community called Offerings. We crossed streets heading out to Hamburg, and we have our Andover campus that sits on Todd's Road. All these are expressions of First United Methodist Church and part of our history of church planting being extended to now that we're doing even more of it. You know, it's not about what is going on in the past. It really is about what is going on right now that we are incredibly focused on. And we've set kind of as a goal as a church as a whole that each of our communities would remain strong and healthy and vibrant. We have plans to plant 4th and 5th communities, but we know that can't happen unless Andover, Offerings, and the downtown community are strong and growing. And so that's our first focus. We also have a focus on continuing leadership development. We're doing that for the laity as well as for clergy persons. And we've developed this brand new way of developing clergy persons called the Fellows Program. We're taking seminary students as they enter seminary and coupling them with hours here at the church so that they get out of seminary as experienced and equipped and ready to minister to the next generation. I said it before, and I'll say it again, we're also focused on new communities. We believe crossing streets is the way that we make disciples and to participate in God's kingdom. Now, there may sound like there's a lot going on here, and if you're listening, you may say, well, is there a place for me to get involved? Is there anything for me to do? And I want you to know this. Absolutely there is. Matter of fact, we as the pastoral staff don't talk about we have a vision for this place. We do more archaeology work in terms of discovering what is around us and who God's bringing and where that is leading us in the future. We believe that God's going to bring people into our midst and plant deep within them a calling, a seeds of where we need to go next. And so it is really my job and the job of all of the pastoral staff is to be good listeners and to be ready to go when God invites us. It's a little bit of our history. We've got a whole lot more I could tell you about, but those are the highlights, something I think would be really important for us to all know as each of us take our next step together.